All right, so I'm waiting for my guest to join. All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone. All right, fantastic. Fantastic. Wow, two people are live. I am actually just waiting for Mr. Chudi to join us. So, good evening, everybody. I'm waiting for my guests to join us tonight as we go live and talk a lot about sales this evening. All right. Nancy, how are you? How are you today? Just hang on a little bit. I'm trying to reach out to my hosts, to my guest, so that he can join us as well. How was your day, Nancy?
Hello, sir.
What's up, man? How far?
We are on now. We are on now. Is it Coach Uji?
Okay, so just tap that link. Just tap that link I sent to you.
We have.
But I have not seen you. Hi. So I'm waiting for my guest. Just hang on a bit, man. All right. How was your day, everybody? How was your day, everybody? Just wait to sorry, my guest is maybe they have technical stuff. They're coming now. Just hang on. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Just wait a bit to trying to get my guests to log in. Thinking. This link. Hi. All right. So you know what? Ask me any question you have about sales right now, and then let's be answering it while we're waiting for our guests to come in. Any questions? Throw me your sales questions. I'd love to answer. Please throw me your sales questions. I would love to answer them. Go ahead. Somebody say, is it possible for a client to get angry because of too much follow up? Yes, Nancy, it's possible. It is very, very possible for a client to get angry because of a lot of follow up. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's better that they're angry because of a lot of follow up than for you not to even follow up at all. But you know, your follow up should have a rhythm. You should have a style of following up on clients so that they don't get angry. Because when they get angry, you know, nowadays they can block you. They can block you. Yeah. So my advice is don't let them get angry because of follow up. Follow them up in a respectable cadence. I'm following up on the client right now. I called the client yesterday. Something in me is asking me to call the client today, but I refuse. I won't even call the client throughout this week. I won't even call. If they don't get back to me, that's fine. That's fine. It's normal. It's normal. That's why you need to have more clients in your repertoire. Yeah. You go ahead. How I get clients. Please ask me more questions so I want to answer. So I say, how can I get a client to buy a property he has not seen but is interested in buying? Well, that is a good thing about technology. You have the internet, you have your phone to take cameras of it. You can do a video of the phone. You can even do a virtual tour of the property. You know, now in real estate companies, they do virtual tours of property. So you can do a virtual tour of that property, you know, using AI and all those kind of things to do a virtual tour of the property. So even if they've not seen the property physically, they can get a feel. They can get a feel of it. Yeah. So I hope that answered your question. Any more questions? I want more questions, guys. While we're waiting for our guest, I'm sure they're having maybe technical glitches. Any more questions? Please ask me your questions on sales. So I'm here to answer. Hello. I think. Please ask me questions. Let's turn it to a Q&A. I think my guest is having issue joining us. So we can turn this to a Q&A. Any more questions, please? Oh, Mr. Chudi is here. He's here. Mr. Chudi is here. He's here.
Light.
Mr. Chudi is here. Yeah.
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 Can we add some light onto you?
No, see, my own is dark.
Mm.
I
I'm
can
not even
see
seeing myself. I'm not seeing myself.
Mr. Chudi is here. The man, the myth, the legend. He's here. The man is here. Mr. Chudi, welcome. Hello. Everybody give Coach Chudi a round of applause. Say hello to Coach Chudi. Hello. They are having some technical glitches, so let's go ahead. Yeah, so ask me more questions on sales, please. More questions, please. Coach Chudi, what's up, man? Hello. Unmute yourself. Hi, Coach Chudi, what's up? Hello. Hello.
All right, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear. What's up, man?
Fine, I'm fine. I'm sorry. Sorry, technical issues.
That's
Sorry.
fine. That's fine. I mean, I get it. I get it. That's fine. That's fine. Welcome to the house, man. Everybody give Coach Chudi a round of applause, somebody. If you are excited like I am, give him a round of applause.
All right, Coach Paul.
This is the cash flow king, man. Yo, yo,
for having
you
me.
guys
Thank you for
are about to get lit.
You are the sales king. When it comes to sales, sometimes your thoughts are very crazy, man. Your thoughts are crazy. I will give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. So a quick one. There's a growing concern with people.
Yep.
Chudi is an author, is an entrepreneur, is a real. In fact, tell us a Twitter version of yourself.
Is it? It's that version of myself.
Yes.
Okay. I'm a real estate coach. I focus majorly on cash flow. And the idea of cash flow is for the cash to flow. If the cash is not flowing, then you are probably not doing nothing. And I believe that cash or sales is the result of is the evidence of making progress. So money is the result of making progress. So to tell you that progress in whatever you're doing, you need to get money. You need to start making money. Money or income, as the case may be, is the evidence of making progress. So I focus on the income side of real estate. A lot of people buy property, but that does not automatically make you an investor. You have property, you may be a property buyer, but you are not an investor. Until you start making money, that is when you become an investor.
But Chudi, in a country whereby people wait for 1 year before they pay rent, how does this cash flow thing work?
Okay, for some people who are into shops, for example, who do shops, who rent out shops and all that, most of the time their rent is usually on a monthly basis. I grew up in an apartment where my parents, just one room, the owner of the property had just about 14 apartments in a quarter plot of land, or the quarter plot of land, not even half plot, but just quarter plot. But he has 14 tenants, and every month those 14 tenants pay him. This man is uneducated, this man is unschooled, but he has the perception of cash flow. So every month we pay rent, and the rent I think then was about 500 naira, or I think 1,000 naira, case maybe, on a monthly basis. So
Wow.
it depends on how we want to collect money. The customer is, you are the one who will tell the customer how you want your payment to.
All right. That's so powerful. That's so powerful.
So for most people, most of us, we just want to pay our rent on a yearly basis. But indeed, if, for example, those of us who are into property business or into development, and we start telling people that we want you to pay, I want you to pay my rent on a monthly basis, I bet you people will do so, because the kind of income people have, people don't generate. Nobody. There are very few of us who make money on a yearly basis. We make money every day or weekly.
Every month or every week.
So why can't you just collect your money on the monthly basis instead of you just
so powerful?
Instead of just waiting for 1 year before you make money, and maybe in the middle of the month the landlord is broke again. But why can't you just make money on a monthly basis instead of just waiting on an annual year? Nobody should wait for Christmas before they make money.
Come on, brother.
All right. Wow. It's nice to meet you. I think this is my first encounter with you, and I'm enjoying you already.
I like what you just said. He said people make money every week. They make money every day. So why should they wait till the end of the year to pay their rent?
Why?
It makes a lot of sense.
Why
and you know, Chidi, this is the reason why people don't do this cash flow thing in real estate in Nigeria. And I'm happy that you're changing the narrative now. So, in your opinion, what's the difference between sales and marketing?
Okay, sales. Okay, sales is a process for me. Sales is a process of collecting money. Sales is just a process or a system through which you collect money. While marketing is a larger way of just making yourself announced. It does not mean that you have a system to collect money. Marketing is announcement. I can come to you now, I announce to you that I am so person. But sales is that this is who I am, and I want you to be my customer. Sales is more deliberate than marketing. So marketing is just creating you making a noise about who you are. Whereas sales is making a deliberate or conscious approach to collecting money from people. So sales is much more deliberate than marketing. That's my own difference.
That's so powerful. So that means that some people, but you know this, do you also believe that some people are very good at making the noise, but they're not very good at collecting the money?
Very true. Very true. So just those guys, some people, you can call some people noise makers. The people who call noise makers, they are marketers. They are people who they can market so well, but at the end of the day, the part of collecting money becomes or extracting money from people becomes very difficult. So that extracting money from you, I can make all the whole noise. I could tell you spend maybe 1 year, 2 weeks, I'm chasing after a particular client, but I am not converting. But sales is about converting. It's not just about generating leads. It's not about getting the number of persons, a huge number of persons, but it's about conversion. Like one of the things that I've focused our company to doing is not just about generating leads. It's much more about conversion. So our company is a lead conversion company. The property business we run is not majorly a lead generation company, but a lead conversion company. And that's why if we have a minimum of maybe about 10 persons coming into our system, into our platform, we usually have about 70% conversion rates. Because our company is not in marketing, our company is majorly into sales. And that is where sometimes some people do not even understand where they need to be operating from. So a lot of the time, most people mistake, and people just want to do a lot of business and not. They just want to create activity, but not really making progress.
What do you think is the number one ingredient that can help that is responsible for helping people convert more? Because where people miss a lot is in the conversion. I'll give you an example. I was consulting today for an organization. And yes, they get a lot of leads, but the conversion is so low.
Yeah.
What is it? Because they don't have a script or they don't have a system? Where do you think people miss it? Because if you check some people's DM, there's a lot of people in their DM, but the conversion rate is next to zero.
I think no one. There are three things that I think that I would say. One is education. One is education. People do not. People are just they're just operating from their head knowledge, from whatever they know. So they're not learning. So something coach like you need people like you to help them align their techniques, because some people just know what they want to do, but they don't know how to do it. They know how to make sale. They want to make maybe 1 million naira. They want to make 20 million naira, as case maybe, but they don't know how to go about it. They have an idea where they should arrive at, but they don't know the process through they should. So education is one part that is missing for most people. Then the other part is most people are also not very serious about money.
You can say that again, man.
Very serious about money. Most people are just comfortable. No, people who are very, very comfortable, they're just like, you know what, I'm okay where I am. I don't need more money. If I just make maybe 20 naira or 20 million naira, I'm okay, I'm satisfied. So that comfort area for most people do not even push them into making sales. Because if I hustle like an immigrant, if I come into a space and I behave like somebody who is an immigrant or like somebody who is a foreigner, that is what you see some Nigerians when they travel out, maybe when they go out, maybe to other countries. You see the way Nigerians work.
Yeah.
It is, you must make money. So that hunger for most people isn't there. And so, because if somebody isn't hungry, you can't force the person to eat. So until the person is hungry, that's when that's when the person can make whatever sale that they want to make. So first of all, the hunger must be there. Then the other part is that people aren't working the numbers.
How do you mean?
Everything is a formula. Sales has its own formula. So the question I ask myself is, how many people do I need to meet on a daily basis? Like I'm going to give an example. How many phone calls do I need to make every day for me to make sale? I realized that when we were making so much sale, and we're not really making calls like that. So I realized, so you know what, I heard somebody and I said, okay, you know what, let us all try making 120 calls per day. One person making 120 calls per day. Within that month, and from that time till now, we have minimum 7 sales per day.
Wow.
Minimum 7 sales per day.
Whoa.
So if you're saying 120 calls, you make phone calls 120. That means, because in the process of you trying and rehearsing some of these calls or having to discuss with somebody, you are becoming an expert. You know what to say to Mr. A that you should not repeat. You know what Mr. A angry. So you are mastering this. And so somebody experienced rejection, and the first thing that they do is that they're backing out. So seeing rejection as a model for you to learn. Guess what? Some of those people who were making those calls, some of them are now experts when they are now expert converter. Place them if they've never met anybody before. That's why till now, that's why I can boldly say our company is not just a marketing company. Our company is a sales organization.
It's a sales organization.
So we focus. So that's why our conversion rate till now is very, very high. We have many people for us who go out to generate leads, but once they come in contact with the company, well, the thing changes, and that's why it changes, because for most people they are wondering what's happening. Why are we making so much progress? So we are making progress majorly because we recognize this aspect of us. So the numbers, you must do the number. How many appointments do I need to keep up per day? So if I for example, I also know that if I do an appointment of about 12, I'm likely to make 1 sale.
That's right.
So if I do make an appointment with 12 persons every day, so it's not for me to look out for areas where I can meet with people in a particular area. Then I can make it. Though for me, it's within our real estate market. I don't know whether it works for every other aspect of.
It works. It's the same principle, the same concept.
So if it works everywhere, I think it's just people following the math of their own particular industry. There is always a math that makes us win, and most of the time we don't want to do it For
At
me,
all.
if we don't make 120 calls per day, I don't feel the person who is a customer service has really worked for that day.
Mm.
If you're an appointment officer, you work with a company that does appointment, and you don't meet up to 12 realtors or 12 persons on a daily basis, then you have not really worked.
Mm. Mm.
So you need to. That's why all of us would need to redefine what our work really is.
Mm.
That running up and down does not mean you're working. It is that you're working to meet a particular number.
Mm.
So if that number is met, don't go home. That's why for people who are into sales, don't just go home and see, you're packing your bag by 4 o'clock, whereas you have not even met your target. Because that when you do not meet that target. So most people aren't meeting their target, they're not meeting their daily target. That is why it's almost looking as if they're losing in the game of sales.
This is so powerful. This is extremely, extremely powerful because I was sharing with a client I was coaching today. I said, I like HubSpot. HubSpot is a CRM company. They brought out the report and exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
They said that companies that 72% of companies that meet less than 100 prospects a month. This is a month.
Yeah.
And usually they don't meet their sales targets.
Mm. Mm.
That of the companies that meet their sales targets a lot in America, only 4% of them make less than 100 calls a day.
Can you imagine?
So the masses, you are so spot on. And see, the guys are saying that if you do over 200, you are so spot on. See, this is the maths.
Yeah.
If you do over 200 leads, prospects a day, a month, most likely the probability will be in your favor.
Yes. So for most of us, what we are simply not doing is that we are not following the math.
Yes.
So we are giving up on the numbers.
Yes.
So for me,
could it also be that it's because of our religiousness as a country?
Yeah.
People go like, nah, God, do.
Now God, they give us.
Yeah. Don't just be like that.
You know,
like the
and
customers will just come by themselves.
Yeah, and that's why sometimes, it was Aristotle said, we are repeatedly what we do. Excellence is not an act, it's a habit.
Yes.
So self-mastery is not an act, it's also a habit.
An habit. Yeah.
So you become it over time. So when you say somebody is a professional salesperson, it's not because the person just them born out with that. It's because over time the person has learned to be.
Yes.
Over time the person has. That's why studying and coaching and training becomes part of the process for most people.
Yes.
So it's become very pertinent that, okay, if I want to become a superstar in this industry, I need to understand what the math really is. That's why for some people, there are certain people in the industry where every day they are making sale. Every day they are making sale. And you're wondering, are these people not using something else? Is it that we are working in the same industry, working in the same office, doing the same thing? But isn't this person is making, people are always calling. Now, I often tell people this. Tell people this. Even if you are going to post on your, maybe if you are doing posting, you want to post there's no particular number of posting that you also need to make. There was a time, because I needed to be heard. I needed people to hear me, to make, because I have called myself rental income king. But nobody knows me. Only me know myself as rental income king. So how will I make people to hear me? I need to make my own noise. I have my platform. I have my account. So I need to make noise. Guess what I was doing? I was making 120 posts every day on Facebook.
What?
120 posts every day on Facebook is there between 2016 and 2018. Every day, 100. If I don't hit that target, I'm not satisfied. 120 posts every day.
What happened to your business and to your account after that?
See, during that particular period, see my neck more. At least my face fresh more past before.
Wait. Everybody who's watching this, if you are truly getting value, please take the link and share it with your friends. Tell everybody, Mona come here word here.
So you need to see my before and after. Then you will probably know the difference. So if you can't tell, if you don't need to see my bank account first of all. Or you just need to
And
look at the person.
this is organic reach.
I mean, organic
reach.
Organic reach. Even till now, and sometimes
Hey,
I always say that it's also not about the numbers of people following you. It's
come
also
on now, come on, brother.
It is because there's a mentality that I've developed over time. And I know that people block me, people can block me, but if you have my phone number and I cannot do business with you, please block me. So you know what, I will weary your doorstep. You are going to see me again and again. So somebody sees my post as early as 5 a.m. The person is going to see it all through the day. I don't get any other work but to sell. But to sell. So which work will I say? What am I busy doing? If I tell you I'm busy, sir, what am I busy doing? I should be busy selling. Then every other thing I should be busy selling. So for most people, when you're saying, "Oh, I'm busy," what are you busy doing? You're not making money. You're not selling. No income is coming your way. No cash flow is coming your way. What are you busy doing? Selling. So I will know what I will be busy working out the numbers. Until I work out the numbers, I'm not going to stop. So it is where most of the time, most of us will get it wrong, because sales is not just magical. If it happens once, you must understand why it happened.
Why it happened.
So that you
can repeat it.
So that you can repeat it.
This guy's my brother, man. This guy's my brother, man. Yo!
It happens like that. So we need to understand that this thing, if it happens once, take it up as a system.
Come on now.
And you know what you're going to do? What you are not going to be doing is that every time through training, you are not going to be updating your system. Just as you update your software. You update your system. You update your capacity to produce more results. So for most time, most people, what they don't do is that they don't update their software. So you are using a 2019 software in a 2021. So you are not going to get as much
and
results.
And they're wondering why they're not getting results.
And they're wondering why you're not getting results. So that's where it comes to play. So you can't. I'm seeing somebody saying my head is filled already. so you need to keep on updating your system, because when you update your system, that is when you can really make progress. Most people aren't making progress because they are not following the numbers. That's
This is fire. This is fire. Chudi, I like routines. I like studies. I want to go a bit on that. So I like to read a lot. And I know you are a studious person as well. Can you share with us what's the importance of having some sort of predictable way, the way you run your business day or your life every day? You've alluded to that a lot. Maybe you say, I will post every day. What are your non-negotiables that must happen every day?
Appointments. Calls. What else again? Inspection. So I can joke with those things. I can joke with every other thing, but I won't joke with those things. I will not joke with the numbers numbers of person I'm going to speak with. The number is also that the other I won't joke with that. So in terms of sales, those are the things I'm going to be focusing on, because sometimes, most of the time, it's not even about product, your knowledge of the product.
It's in the attitude of these things.
The attitude that you develop over time. George, I was reading something before I got into real estate. I started reading Joe Girard. Joe Girard. Yeah, Joe Girard was top 10,
selling cars
man in his class for 12 straight years. The question was, why did Joe Girard make the top? Why was he the number one salesman in the world as at that time for 12 straight years? What happened? So every time Joe Girard would always want to be in the face of his clients. Girard sells Chevrolet that wasn't popular anywhere, but Joe Girard was making, I think was it? I can't even remember the numbers, but it was making over 1,000 cars on a yearly basis.
Wow!
Now, how is he able to? He was making over 12,000 sales on a yearly basis in cars. The question is how? Because if you buy a car this year, you're going to repeat buying the same car. But Joe Girard understood something, that you must be in the face of the people. So what he does every month was that he was always going to send a greeting card to everybody every month who has bought from him. So month 1, January to December, So once you are doing that, what Joe Girard is doing is that is putting it in your head. Thank you for buying this for me.
Yes.
So, I mean, so anytime somebody wants to make a purchase of car, what me who is a client of Joe Girard would do is that I will
refer.
So that is a system on its own. Customer service is marketing, is sales rather. It is not just a department. So what people do is that they create customer service as a department. They are not even deliberate. They are not even making deliberate attempt to use customer service to sell. So people just, okay, you know what? I'm just going to give you a goodie bag. I'm just going to give you a hamper. I'm just going so because other persons are doing it. I'm not doing it because of that. I'm doing it because I want to be. I'm deliberately doing it. I'm consciously doing it because I want to ask for referral. So one thing that we also do as a system is that we try as much as possible to adopt a referral system that works for us. So we ask for referral. We don't ask.
So you are proactive about it.
We are deliberate about it. We are conscious about it. It's a system.
Yes.
To the extent that, sir, if you are in customer service and you are not generating leads through referral, you are not working.
So part of your KPI in customer service, your company is that how many referrals did you generate today
as customer service? So, what are you servicing? Because the evidence that a client is happy is that they can bring his fellow person down into. So if he's not happy, then what are we doing? Oh, the guy is saying that he's feeling good on paper, but if he feels good, what will he do? He will take action. Because sales is action.
Yes, it is.
So and it must lead us somewhere at the end of the day. So we are deliberate. Everything that we do must be deliberate. I don't work as hard as I used to before, but I work on trying to update our sales system.
Yes, sir, because you are leveraging on the gifts of your people,
of my people. So now is that okay? Now because even before now, I've seen many people too who say. Then the other part, I think for some business owners are simply that most business owners see themselves as chief executive more than as sales executive. So they are like, for example, if me, I first of all see myself as a salesman. So when maybe some years ago, I used to be the top salesperson in the company, even though I'm not the one overseeing the sales department. Because why are you Oga when you cannot do the work of sales?
Yes.
You are telling people, oh yeah, go out, everybody step out into the field, go and make money. No, I should be the one. People should follow my example.
Yeah.
Not delegate. Sales is not something that you delegate. Sales is something that you have mastered. Then you cannot create a system out of.
Yes.
So it's not that okay, you push it out to people. That is why you need to be. It's a system that you are trying to create, and you need to create a system of cash flow. Sales cash flow is that money is coming again and again. But you need to repeat it, and that is why you need to develop a system that works both for you and also for your people.
Fantastic.
So those are some of the ways that sometimes as a boss, I should not just say I'm just a boss. Everybody does go out and make sale. I'm a very conservative person, but when it comes to sale, bro, I become an extremist.
This is so powerful.
I'm a very shy person in reality, but when it comes to money, no, because the days I used to be shy, I was broke. So it's better for me. so now I'm not more. So now I've abandoned that lifestyle.
Nice guy.
You're nice, but you are poor. You know, you're nice.
Nice and broke.
But no, I said no. I need to get on my sales game, and that's because it helps me as an individual. It makes me know that I am doing well. Because I'm measuring myself by the sales that comes in on a daily basis. And that's how you also measure your people on your team. So you measure them by the sales coming in on a regular basis. Not just by, you are doing well, you just want, okay, why did you make a sale? I need to know why my people aren't making sale, and I will help them to make the sale.
This is so powerful, man. It's so powerful. Truly, finally, so I know you're a very busy man. How do you deal with those times where maybe you lose a sale or the things didn't work out like you expected to work? How do you do your post lost sale analysis? How do you handle that emotion?
I don't even. I don't see the way I do is. First of all, I move on.
Mm,
I move on. That's one. That's one. First of all, I move on because I have this mantra in my head. It's either you buy from me or you block me. But
mm,
it doesn't mean that I will stop. I will keep on showing you. See, you that to the point of because I will make sure that if you don't buy from me, you will go to regret it one day not buying.
mm,
So I will move on, and because one thing I've focused on is that one thing I've chosen to do is that I like to focus on trying as much as possible to work the numbers because I know that if I make 120 calls every day, I'm probably going to lose 95% of that number.
mm,
So
mm,
when I lose somebody, I'm not disheartened. I'm not angry because I take it as part of the process.
mm,
So so losing one person doesn't mean that I'm not doing well. It just means that I have taken it in my stride.
mm,
That's personal. But I also work on the numbers that I want to do. Then the other part is so I lose sales when I talk too much. I'm not become deliberate about
mm,
sales. When
mm,
I talk too much, when I sometimes we can be talking so well and we've forgotten to collect the money, to ask for the money.
mm,
I lose sales. Sometimes I just so what I just do is that okay, what are the things that happened here that didn't make this sale work? Probably maybe the
mm.
winked at the person or probably maybe the language that I used. So I try as much as to go back again because
Yes.
the work of a salesman is about reviewing,
Yes.
sitting down to review what
Mm.
really worked. Because what worked
Yes.
with Stanley may not exactly work with Tosin.
All right.
So I try as much as to know okay what exactly that I did wrong and I can adopt to. But the first thing I try to as much as possible to always do is to if the sales didn't work, it's not working. If the sales is not working, it's not. It's just like you going on a radio station. Like for example, maybe you're going on a radio station, for example, and
Mhm.
you talking to maybe close to about 120,000 persons.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, maybe whatever you're going to push is going to be just only 600 people leads that you're going to generate.
That's
Then out
right.
of those leads that you generate, it's probably the conversion rate might just be maybe about 5% or 0.5%.
Yes.
So also work out the numbers. If I work out the numbers, I don't give. Sorry, I
Yes.
don't.
You'll be comfortable. You'll be comfortable.
So I rather focus on on meeting more persons. Like for example, the kind of real estate that we do is based on visual. What people like to
Mm.
see things. So as
Yeah.
much as I want people to come down, so I adopt technology or system that make people come down to the site. So once people come
Mm.
and see, they are good to go. The person who is not buying is probably doesn't have money
Mm.
because you're seeing it. So why are you not buying it?
Mm. Mm.
So
Mm.
that's just that for me. It's for me. I think
Wow.
it's about working the numbers. So I don't focus on what worked or what didn't work. I focus majorly on the numbers. Then
Mhm.
before I start focusing on what worked, like I said, the other part is also trying to. I'm not downplaying the part, but I'd say the second part is that you should engage in trainings
Yes.
because you can't do it all by yourself. Somebody knows what
Yes.
to do.
Yes.
So as much as possible, I try to read. I try to read. There is a book. When I wanted to go into copywriting, I
Mm.
started learning from Sonny Ojagbesi, Dr.
Mm.
Sonny Ojagbesi,
Yeah.
because I didn't way right. There's also this guy Aki Alabi. Maybe he does not know, but
Yes.
I was reading. Because Aki Alabi has a way of writing that even
Yes.
when you're reading, you're already buying.
Yes. He
So
writes very well. I have his book here, so
yeah,
it's
it's
one of
also
them.
yeah. So he writes. He writes. You're not even interested in the thing that he's saying, no, or in the thing that he's marketing. But before you know, you have already sent money to the bank, all because of the way he presented his right. So
Yes. Yes.
I decided, okay, let me develop three things: my communication style, through my words that I speak physically, through my write up, and
Yes.
also through my mental capacity by me thinking. Because
Yes.
when you read more and you educate yourself, you find out that your mental capacity is expanded, and
Yes.
your ability
Expanded.
to create and create opportunity becomes limitless. So
Yes.
those are the ways that I engage in expanding my own mind.
Wow. Chidi, thank you so much. This has been a fascinating conversation.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Please, where do people get to follow you? You have a new product out, a book, a project, so that let's talk about anybody who's interested can get in touch with that.
Okay. Coach Judy.
Yeah, you must active. Yes.
Yeah, Coach Judy on Instagram, on Facebook, and
I think you
on.
can type your handle here. You can type it so that people
Okay.
can see it. Yes. If you can
That's
type your handle, that yes. If you can type it so that people can see and follow. Yeah. This is so powerful. What do we say to Coach Judy, guys? So yeah, this is his handle. Click on it, follow, and let's copy
I'm
this.
sending it's a private message anyway to you, right?
Yeah, so I want to copy it and paste it on the main feed. Yeah. So I think where's the main feed now? Because me, I'm trying to understand this stuff more.
But this
Okay, I
is so lovely.
think
This is so lovely that you could
it's
never see your. It is so lovely. This that you could see
yeah,
your the audience, and I see the response.
yeah,
I see people that I know also. I've seen Gonzalo. I'm seeing some. I'm seeing Olumide Olufemi. This
yeah,
you have a solid
yeah,
team. You have a solid team.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. So Judy, thank you so much. I'll put it up on Instagram as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
This has been a fascinating conversation. Thank you so much. Hey guys, follow him at Coach Judy CoachCoachChudi. Coach Judy.
Yeah.
You can't miss it.
It's
Just
about
put
to.
the cash. Just put the cash flow king, man. The cash flow king, man.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
having me.
coming, man.
Thank you for having me.
I am really, really grateful. Thank you, sir. Thank
One
you.
thing, let me just talk a bit about you. I've seen your work. I've seen how you inspire people. I see how you even take coaching and you say, okay, you're going to the office. You're showing up at the office today. It gets fascinating that we have somebody like you, because I've seen some guys, some property developers also, not just only in the property sector, but I've seen the way people talk about you. It shows that they're getting results. If they're not getting results, nobody will talk about you. So I think you are doing a very good job. I see some people that I also know, and they're appreciating you for this. You're a great man. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic evening, everybody. Thank you, guys. Stay blessed.